Tell me about the internet. Sorry, I can't. Every time I ask this question, I have to do it facetiously because. But okay. So it's the international.
Sorry.
So we're the UN has designated this the International Year of Glass. What is that? What the f does that mean? Yo, Justino. What's happening over there?
What's happening, man?
Hey, I'm just back from the International Year of Glass. Well, I didn't just get back, but it is the end of the International Year of Glass. 2022 is behind us. Man, what an experience. A little bit of a whirlwind for me. I learned a lot this year.
We're road tripping to Corning. We're heading to Corning, New York, where all things glass happen. The Mecca, Crystal City, they call it. I'm very excited, actually. The AGG conference is at Corning for the first time. It's the International Year of Glass. So the UN has declared this the International Year of Glass. So it's very much a confluence of things here.
You know me, maybe you know me, maybe you don't. I don't have anything figured out. I don't really have a plan always. I go into situations sometimes and I say, what is this? What is that? Who are you? Let me have a beer. What about the International Year of Glass, which is amazing, the UN, because I don't know what that means. You were a big part of helping it come to life. What's it doing for us? Come on. How it affects somebody like me. International Year of Glass.
International. There was a lot happening with the International Year of Glass.
What's it doing for us? Come on, like, what can that
for you?
We're able to get recognition in some of these art newses or art in America.
Yeah.
It's not like we're trying to sell people on 4-day-old mashed potatoes, right?
Right. You could keep your expectations
can you
low.
work on that for me?
I'm like, why are you talking so much?
Shawn, it's her way. She gets you to talk.
I do.
I tend to kind of just barge in like a bull in a china shop and want to mix it up with people. And so that sometimes comes across as a little like an a-hole. And yeah, I tend to sort of lead with my mouth sometimes. Sometimes my foot's in there when I'm leading with it. But the truth is, with this situation, I had a pretty good reason for being skeptical. Because I didn't think that the UN or the International Year of Glass was going to care about the kind of work that I do. I felt like they were going to be interested in blown glass. They were going to be interested in casting or in conceptual work. They certainly were going to be interested in glass science. But I felt like the stained glass artists and the image-based artists were going to kind of be, oh, you guys are nice. You guys are cute over there. It is cool. I mean, I've been trying to wrap my head around it the last couple days because I've been making fun of it for 6 months, you know, on my social media. But I know that French fries get a day and siblings get a day. We get a whole year to celebrate glass. So let's do it. Like what? I mean, obviously you've been hearing this all year.
Yes,
do you think that means something?
I went to the conference in Washington, D.C.
You did, okay.
Our understanding of thermal expansion has enabled a host of vital advancements. Mirrors for space telescopes from Hubble and Kepler, and ultra-low expansion glass, which is essential for modern semiconductor manufacturing techniques.
And one of the things that was absolutely fascinating, it was like being in an alternate universe that I did not know existed, where people were equally obsessed with glass, but from this absolutely different perspective. you know, they were waxing rhapsodic about it, just the same way artists do. And at one point, the director of Pilchuck, Chris Taylor, gave a presentation, and the scientists had never heard anything about Pilchuck. And they were all excited about it. And the next guy got up and said into the microphone, "It's so exciting when artists discover our medium." And I was on a panel, and all I wanted to do was say, "It's so exciting when science discovers our medium." But I
mean, didn't art come
say
before the science of glass?
You would think.
There's ammonia in this. That should take away the shine, right? And I understand it. A lot of the reason that stained glass has gotten a bad rap is because the real fine, beautiful, fine art style painting and artwork has kind of gone by the wayside in the last 100 years. And so I think what happens is as you get into modern art, the artists stop getting involved in stained glass. And so the stained glass industry was sort of starved of really good painters. So I came out of an art school that was like super hardcore and technical. And so I had all these drawing and painting skills. And when I discovered glass, I was like, holy shit, like this is unbelievable. And I couldn't believe that there weren't more avenues for people to do it.
I'm very grateful to be here, to have been enabled to come right across the world to be with you.
What it should mean is that people besides us are recognizing glass and hopefully elevating it.
Yeah, I know. And
Right.
what will they find? They'll be astounded, because while we've been quietly ignored by the art world for many, many decades, we've been making extraordinary commissions in the most beautiful buildings.
Yeah.
And they're huge, and people find them moving, and people go and see them, and those people don't care that they're not fully recognized by the art establishment.
And I've, over the years, kind of learned that a lot of these glass worlds, communities, tend to not embrace the flat glass or image making artist. And so I feel like it's like the powers that be, who are the powerful people, that they should be creating this fertile environment for more people like me, young artists who don't really want to be oil painters because there's a sea of oil painters out there, but who could do something amazing in glass.
The young artists that we just spoke to were like, their energy was palpable, was bouncing off of their faces.
I set some lofty goal for myself a couple years ago to learn every aspect of glass art.
Wow.
Because you can do anything with it.
But I also like the punishment, obviously. It's not easy. I love that it's not easy, or I'd be bored and I'd be gone.
That's what we need. And so we've got to be like reaching out to these people and giving them stuff.
Generally speaking, we're not exploding like I think we should. So I'm anxious and I'm impatient. Tell me what the International Year of Glass means to you, Deborah.
I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't
I was
either.
blown away this morning when I heard that guy speaking.
Yeah.
Doctor, what was his name?
David Pye.
David Pye.
Please welcome Dr. Pye.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a great honor and privilege it is to come and make this presentation before this group.
What is the UN doing to sort of promote, in your opinion, artists like me in the industry of art glass in general?
Let me give you the whole story on that, if I can. The United Nations has sponsored individual years since about 1959. But then about 2015, there was declared an International Year of Light. And so we had a special issue on glass and light, right? Well, then got thinking about that, and I happened to meet with some forward-thinking people here at Corning. We agreed that perhaps we might want to explore the possibility of creating a year of glass. So that launched it.
How does that resonate with you as somebody who's been promoting glass for all these years? Does it make you feel like we're still going to be sort of left behind and it's going to be about science and not about art glass?
No, I thought it was exciting, and I was glad that they were making a very concerted effort to make sure that glass art was a part of the Year of Glass. And so that part of it has been really exciting, I think.
What are they doing to make a concerted effort?
Glass art has also been a focus of the International Year of Glass. Artists have worked hard to share with the wider public their glassmaking skills. What a wonderful portrait.
Maybe what I do isn't glass art. Maybe it's just decorative art. Maybe it's just crafts. The blowing glass industry is very popular. They have a TV show. You see their work in galleries. You see blown glass all over the place. It's very popular. You know, it's just one of those things that has kind of hardened me over the years, that we have not really been accepted. We've not been promoted in the fine art world like other glass artists, like glass blowers, or conceptual glass artists.
If they're going to designate it the Year of Glass, I would say that what that should mean is that we, as people who are kind of in the shadows, a hand should be reached down and lift us up into the mainstream. You know, they do these National Geographic articles. It's the age of glass. It's the Year of Glass. How about glass art kicks ass? I think it should be about this mutual respect and this lifting up of...
It absolutely is.
You know? And
You're just not paying attention.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's happening. This is great.
It's all happening around you.
Okay.
You're just a little busy right here. That's all.
In my own world?
That's it. Yeah, those articles are out there and conversations and everything. Just come on over and listen.
Join that party? Okay.
Do you listen?
Yeah.
No.
How can I get an article in Art in America? How can I get a gallery show?
All of our artwork and all of our projects, they go in the glass magazines. They don't go in the art magazines.
Well, I did the window with David Hockney at Westminster Abbey, and you know, whatever people thought about it aesthetically, it made people look up. It made the art world talk about it.
Yeah.
And I just thought, goodness, you know, you shouldn't be knocking this. This is an amazing thing because people are actually talking about it. But the fact that it's been done, and it's been done by one of the leading British artists in the Queen's reign is a big deal.
You know, the sudden amazement that people, when they suddenly recognize what can be done in glass and they weren't aware of it.
Yeah,
that's
true.
That's quite precious in a way.
Yeah. Every person you talk to has a different idea of what glass is to them. And then sort of we all kind of try to explain what it is that we do and how we fit. We all just kind of want to fit into this big glass world.
Glass itself is such a remarkable art form, all right? I refer to glass sometimes as the quintessential example of nanotech, okay, materials, right? And I wonder whether or not glass may be the quintessential example of art.
It is. Okay. I tell all my clients that, you know, if you buy a painting now and you buy a stained glass piece, in 2,000 years your painting is going to be crumbled to bits, and the art glass piece is still going to be exactly the same.
It's remarkable. And again, it feeds into this idea that we're now entering the age of glass. And now this could be a tough sell, though. A lot of people saying, well, now wait a minute, how about the age of internet or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, it just,
there is no internet without glass.
Yes, well, you got that. Right.
This is the age of glass. It is really at the beginning. I mean, glass is entering everything.
I think that's a good thing with the International Year of Glass, because I was confused about what it was, and it's raising awareness about the material.
Yes, the history of glass is driven by the object.
Yeah, because people only think about it in terms of eyeglasses, the dishware, and maybe screens.
Then there is stained glass, and then there is this.
Stuff, yeah. But not in terms of fine art and painting.
You know, which is good. It means that you're working in a young medium.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, you have to, it will take time.
Yeah.
Maybe when we're not alive, but if we do our work, it'll be there.
That's why you and I need to teach everybody what we know.
Yes, that's exactly the reason.
The more people that do it, the better it will be for us.
The more people will do it, the better it will be.
And over the next year and a half, I hope to do a whole series of courses that leaves a track for anybody who wants to do a painting with glass will be able to do it. That is my goal. And after that, I'm free.
Stained glass artists need to be full of humility and reverence, but at the same time, confidence, even bravado, is essential.
The teaching of stained glass and of many other craft forms as well is dying off at the college level. Obviously, the urge to make things hasn't disappeared.
Can you give the city of Gaujan a landmark? I actually managed to give the country a landmark, and they just made a stand. That was a mission accomplished.
I was a little bit naive and skeptical about this International Year of Glass. In fact, I might have been making fun of it a little bit.
You think?
Well, yeah. How did it affect artists like you and me?
So I feel like I want to say something like Kennedy said, ask not what the United Nations International Year of Glass can do for you, ask what you can do for the United Nations International Year of Glass. So it really wasn't something about the world recognizing glass art as much as it was as the world recognizing the history and the importance and the future of such an extraordinary material. It isn't about what it can do for us personally, it's what can we do for this material and for the art form that needs to live on and continue to be important.
So simply put, I think like glass is amazing. To date, scientists have added about 70 other elements to silicate glass to create unique compositions with different capabilities. But we have much more room to explore. I mean, consider the variety of music that can be produced using a grand piano. Infinite art from only 88 keys. The same can be true for glass.
My main takeaway really was that I wasn't really asking the right question. I was there to ask what could the UN do for me and how could this help me and my group of people. But so a lot of it was turned back on me with this idea of it's on me to get involved. Like they're not gonna, I'm not there to be served. We should be excited and we should feel empowered by the fact that the UN is recognizing glass and inviting us to the table to have a place with scientists and glass blowers and all the people who've gotten all the recognition. You know, a rising tide lifts all ships. We're part of this conversation now. The whole thing was, it's just the beginning. Keep doing your work. So Narcissus, I'm doing my work. I'm home, I'm doing my work. Kathy, I'm getting involved, I promise. I joined the AGG board. I'm on the membership committee. Whatever that means. What's the membership committee going to do for me? But what a good experience, learning experience. Can't wait for this year, which I believe is the International Year of Hot Dogs. So let's all fire up the grill and, you know, pull out the ketchup and the kraut and go to town. I'm a sweaty pig, Justin.
You said it, not me.
Oh, wow.
That was perfect.
I hit your lens.
Except